Hey friends, today I'm going to tell you about a custom-built Telecaster that I got on a trip to Copenhagen. For those of you who've never been, Copenhagen is one of the most perfect human cities on earth. It's absolutely lovely. If you go, I recommend August or September, and just look how beautiful these pictures that I took were. While I was there, I hit pretty much every guitar store in town because that's my version of tourism. And I found this place called Music Mick. And in it, I found a Levin W36 acoustic, which I ended up buying, and you can see videos of that on my channel. But I also met a guy there named Jakob, who builds custom guitars. And as I was talking to him, I was talking about how I've been on this quest for a Telecaster, and I just can't find the right one because I like the idea of the simplicity of the Telecaster, but I play the neck pickup on my Strat mostly, and for some reason, like the neck pickup on Teles always sounds like dry and flubby to me. And he said, I know exactly what you're talking about, and if you ever want a guitar, I could build you one. So, long story short, we entered into a long process of building a guitar together. And when the guitar was finally delivered, it was hand wrapped in a personal sweater of Jakob's. Wait, I can show it to you. Here it is. Look at this. So I got this sweater, which the guitar was wrapped in for safekeeping. Now, I mentioned the basic problem that I have with Telecasters, which is that flubby, kind of muddy neck pickup. But listen to this. Tuner off. Listen to this. Beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted a Telecaster. It doesn't sound like a Strat. It still sounds like a Tele, but it's come to life. So, since I'm playing with this, I might as well let you hear all the positions. So here is the bridge pickup. You hear that? That's like, it's got that natural compression, but it's not so loud and overwhelmed that it breaks up on a clean setting. By the way, this is a deluxe reverb on a between 4 and 5. So designed to be pretty clean. So then I've got a 4-way switch here, which obviously, you know, it's going to be series. In parallel. But the real advantage of building a custom guitar is I'll go over the appointments and put some pictures on the screen from the journey. But long story short, Jakob listened to what I wanted, and which is like unbelievable because when has like Fender ever listened to what I wanted for anything? And he said, you know, I think you're going to want a walnut guitar. It's going to have the tone you want. So he got this piece of walnut that's just stunningly gorgeous. And to help me emphasize my Danish roots, he found some old bogwood that had been underwater for who knows how long. I'm going to say a couple hundred years. And he said, you know, I could incorporate this into the design of the guitar using some old Viking runes, one of which is a symbol for music and one of which are my initials, MTJ. In the same Viking rune, which, by the way, the J stands for Jorgensen. My great-grandparents came to America from Assens, Denmark in the 19-teens, I think 1919, 1920, somewhere around there. So I do have the prominent Danish roots, and this guitar really helps me emphasize it. Beyond that, it's a rosewood fingerboard on a walnut neck. And he typically does Danish oils, and I was like, well, I hate to be like this, but I kind of like shiny guitars. And he was like, yeah, no problem. So we did a poly finish on this and got it really looking gorgeous. And now part of me kind of regrets that. I should have let him go with his instincts. That being said, it still looks great. It plays great, and it sounds great. So no regrets there. The body has kind of a classic T style, but with some extra sculpting done by him, which almost gives it kind of like between a Tele and a Gibson SG. It also makes it super lightweight. This thing, super easy to wear on your shoulder. It's got a great like snap and pop to it. And instead of doing a bunch of playing samples, I'm actually going to play for you the original birth video that Jakob sent me. I will be hearing with that all of the photos that he sent me throughout the creative process when we were discussing, different things, even like pickguard color, things like that. And as that slideshow is playing, I will also play for you a track that is also on SoundCloud in its entirety, but it's the beginnings of the first time I've tried to write a song in about the last 15, 20 years. And all of the guitar tracks on that song were recorded with this guitar. So you can kind of hear the range and the versatility, how great it sounds in the mix. It's just a very polished, clean, and that breakup has that perfect mid-range frequency that you want for lead work and just jumping out in the mix. So I'm very happy with it overall. Very thankful to Jakob and built and made by Bruun guitars. And if you would like to discuss having your own guitar made with him, first of all, you should just go to Denmark because it's great. But if you can't do that, I'll put his website in the comments, and you can reach out to him. You can follow him on Facebook and see some of the custom builds he's already done that are for sale in stores throughout Denmark. And yeah, I hope you enjoy watching the process of a guitar being handmade. I think it's super cool, especially a boutique builder like this. It's not like the Fender factory. Some of these are in his apartment, and it's just very cool to see something go from a concept and an idea and an email thread discussion all the way to a finished product that I'm now playing 2 or 3 years later. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.